Hello guys, welcome back to another video. So in my last video, I did my 2023 reading list of all the books I read this year, and I hope you guys all enjoyed that video. I had a lot of fun recording it and making it, and now we're going to do all the books that I'm going to get rid of this year / organizing my bookshelf. So putting all the books where they belong after my 2023 reading list. So throughout the year, I've been kind of writing down all the books that I didn't want to keep and the ones that I was ready to get rid of and move on to a new home because they just were not right for me anymore. So let's go down to the bottom of my bookshelf and sort through the list of books that I am going to get rid of this year. So as you can see, I have a copy of The Hunger Games sitting right here on the bottom shelf because this is a book that I am getting rid of this year, and it is a book that is not even mine actually. It was just in with a bunch of other books because we did like a garage sale, and then our family friends actually thought this was my book that didn't get sold, and so they gave it to us, but it was not. It was their daughter's. Some sticky notes right here. So I got rid of 3 books so far this year. The next book that I'm going to get rid of is actually Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl. The reason why I'm getting rid of this is because when I read through it, I read this book and I just didn't feel like it had really a storyline, so I'm going to get rid of this book. The next book is The Girls with No Names. So, or The Girls with No Names. So I really, really enjoyed this book, and I felt like it had a great storyline and a lot of other things that I enjoyed about it. But the one thing that I will say is that this book, as much as I enjoyed it, there's not very much that I could take away from rereading it again. So that's another book that will go to a new home. The next book on this list is Pieces of Her by Karen Slaughter. Pieces of Her is it's a good book. It has a good storyline. I was tempted to keep it because I was like, you know what, the ending of the book is something that I really, really enjoyed. But it's just not a book that I'm going to probably read again. I did a video on this. I really enjoyed reading it. I even rewatched the series while reading it. I just could not actually convince myself to keep the book though. And I feel like that's what really was you might as well not keep it then, because it's just not something that you love, and if you don't love something, you need to get rid of it. The next book is Twisted. Twisted is another one of those books where I was like, I just don't love it. I don't hate it, but I don't feel like I connected with the character. I don't really feel like it was a storyline that I felt too much feelings or emotions for. It was honestly just a book I was like, I tolerated. I liked it, I tolerated it, whatever. And we don't want things in our life that we just simply tolerate. We want things that we love and enjoy and that we can reread a million times over and still find enjoyment and still love it. Another book that we're going to get rid of, whoa, girly pop, didn't mean to do that. We're going to get rid of the Book of Happy. Really liked this book a lot, but it's not really a book that I could see myself rereading again. It's not a book that I am going to necessarily miss, but it is a book that I did enjoy a lot, but I feel like it could find another home and help somebody else so much more, help somebody out so much more than it helped me. Book. This is definitely a book I am happy to see go. It by Stephen King. I hated this book, didn't enjoy one bit of it, and honestly, I am so happy to see it go, which sounds horrible, but I did not like that book. I did not enjoy a single minute of it. I dreaded just reading the rest of it the whole time. The next book is The Book of Awesome. this is not a bad book. It is a decent book. It's just not a book that I'm going to reread. It's not a book that I could see myself ever being like, I want to pick this up again. This is another book. So I'm actually kind of sad to see this one go, The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks. I really enjoyed this book. I loved every minute of it, but it is not a book that I'm going to reread again. I read the story. I'm very enamored with the story. I found it super heartwarming and I loved so many parts of it, but I feel like more people need to hear about this story. More people need to know who Henrietta is, and unless I share that with the world, I feel like I'm not doing my part by sharing her story. Are these, which I'm currently still reading the series, so I don't know if I will get rid of these just yet, just because I am reading the series, but I do think that I'm probably going to get rid of these. But if I'm going to get rid of a book, I feel like I should get rid of the whole series and put it into one little library, because if it was me, I don't want to pick up a single book that is part of a series when I could have the whole series. I just can't see me picking these books back up and being like, yes, let me read them. So I'm also going to get rid of these. So they're going all on the bottom of my bookshelf. And now we get to the fun part where we get to organize the books that I am keeping and where they're going to go. I don't know if this is a good angle or not, so I guess we'll see. All my books down here on the shelf, and I don't know exactly how I want to organize them. I have an idea of how I want to. I think all the book series should go on the top, like this. Yeah, that looks cute. So these are all poetry books, but I feel like what I want to do is put these books up here. And that looks good. All the books I've read, and nor are they all the books that I have. But I put all of my Hunger Games series books here. I have all my poetry books stacked here. And then these are all just books, are single books. Book I'm reading right there. And then all the books that I'm going to get rid of, which I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 books. So that is 12 books that I can pick up from the little library. Alright guys, and that is the end of this video of my little book organizing of my shelf, organizing my bookshelf, and showing you the books that I am getting rid of this year. Thanks guys for watching. I will see you guys soon.